beautiful people, and welcome again to this YouTube channel. In this video, I will be listing some of your favorite Instagram comedians and skit makers. But I'm not just listing Instagram comedians and skit makers, I'm talking about their net worth. So you are looking at a list of the top 10 richest Instagram comedian and skit makers we have in Nigeria. So if you've been wondering how these guys make their money and how much they are worth, or if you're thinking that this is not that Sakwa is okay me like this, maybe boya I should come and start making skits. Well, that might be a good career path because these guys are actually balling. Without wasting your time, let us get right into the list of the top 10. Now, because we are moving higher, you know, we're supposed to be going higher, I'm going to start from the least to the richest in the industry. Number 10 on my list is Miriam Akpao Kage, popularly known as Taoma. If you know this girl, to know this girl is to have joy in your life. She embodies family character. She's Iya Tao, she's Brother Tayo, and a lot of other characters. And she's most known for the legendary Iya Tao slap and her punchline comebacks in her video skits. She's not just an Instagram skit maker though, she is a scriptwriter, and also she's into small chops, coupled with being brand ambassadors and influencers for some other brands on social media. Altogether, Taoma is estimated to be worth around $65,000 US. I mean, if you convert it to Naira, that is some juicy amount of money. Moving on from Taoma and Iya Tao and the old Tao family, let's talk about the next person on my list today, and that will be Mr. Macaroni. Our daddy freaky Debo Adebayo, who has come online and just stolen her hearts with his popular slangs, freaky, hoy, what's going on there? And my personal favorite, let me freaky your account, because I need my account freaky. Yeah, just come and he's mesmerized us. And one thing I like about him is how much he mentions and points at things happening in the society, trying to put a message to every of his kids. The international creative arts graduate from the Redeemers University is doing well for himself and is estimated to be worth around $80,000 US. He's not just a skit maker, he's an actor. He studied creative arts in university, and he featured recently in Kunle Afolayan's movie. So that is just making big moves. The great TK actually directed him. He's actually making good news for himself, and not just that, he is a brand ambassador for some other brands in the industry. And while some people have issues with his line of jokes saying that he speaks about objectification of women and immorality in the society, and is talking about this portraying objectification of women and, you know, sex for money, exchange thingy in his act. And I'm like, well, he's passing the message across and is getting paid at it. Moreover, our society, our generation is a sex-driven generation. We try and lie and say no, but that is what we are. Sex sells in this generation among the old and the young. If he needs to make money and is going in that line of thought while carrying a message too, I don't see anything wrong with what he's doing. Anyways, moving on from Mr. Macaroni, let's talk about Adebisi Emmanuel, popularly known as Nasty Black. Nasty Black actually started in the comedy industry, as it is in the Instagram comedy industry, out of boredom in 2016. He was bored, and then because he could make funny things, he just started posting funny things on Instagram. And people started to like him, and then in 2017, he said that, well, I found my bus stop. This is where I want to start eating now. And he took it serious. He acts alongside Sydney Talker and their crew and members, and they do an amazing job on the internet, cracking us up. He has over 1 million followers on Instagram, and his YouTube channel has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. He is estimated to be worth around $92,000 US, and he does not take shame. He takes pride in living the large life as he should. Now, moving on from him, let's talk about Zik Saloma, Mama Desperate herself. In fact, recently, Mama Desperate or Zik Saloma actually built himself or bought himself an apartment. Did I just say apartment? A house, a freaking house, and a luxurious vehicle to go with it. It's estimated to be worth around $98,000 US, $96,000 US. Now, Zik Saloma just came from, for lack of a better word, nowhere, and just like that, he's acting and made skits with top legends in the acting industry. I mean, I'm not saying entertainment, in the Instagram comedy, group, crew, face, whatever. I mean, actors, legends, big people in the entertainment space is being able to act alongside them, and of course you can tell that he's reaping the fruit of that labor because it is working out for him. Moving on from there, let's talk about another female on this list, Maraji Olorutoba Bimisala. Now, Maraji's accolades, I feel like we have stopped giving her this. In my opinion, she's one of the earliest skit makers that we had in Nigeria. And she's one of the people who popularized the old shifting characters. I mean, one person taking different forms that Tauma is doing now. She's one of the earliest propagators of it. At the time, in an interview with Ebuka, people said she was chasing class, said she charges as much as $1 million to make a skit. I feel like, yeah, she should be able to charge as much as that to make a skit for you, because she's one of the top. She gives you relatable African family stories and it cracks you up so effortlessly. She's an amazing dancer. She took lip syncing up a notch in Nigeria entertainment, in industry or sphere or space, whatever that English might be. And it is estimated that Gloria Oloruntobi is worth around $98,000 US. Convert that to Naira. Talk to me when you have that in your account. I'm made. Moving on from Gloria Oloruntoba and Maraji, the next person on my list who is also doing well for himself is Oluwadolas, whose real name is Ogunleye Olamide Babatokpe. Now, he came into limelight while with his brother, Babatunde. His name is Babatunde, his brother's name is Tokwe. And when they started making skits together, it came into limelight, and just like that, with his girlfriend then. But now he has incorporated his mom into his skits. I feel like the Oluwadolas, they even have a company called the Oluwadolas House of Comedy. They are all in the comedy space and they are doing well for themselves. The Babatunde family now, Oluwadolas being the patriarch in that household. Together, they are worth about $100,000 US. That's some feat to have in this life. I moved to my top 4 now, and number 4 on that list is Woli Agba Ajewole. Now, it came into limelight with the dance drama, Afasole dance drama ministry with his brother, but then he has managed and succeeded to come up on his own as a singular act in the comedy industry. He is the founder, presiding pastor, parishioner of the Instagram parish ministry, of which I am a proud member. Alongside Dele Oladimeji, whose real name is Oladimeji Olamide. They have amassed over 3.8 million following on Instagram, and hundreds of thousands, close to 1 million followers on subscribers rather on YouTube. He's a gospel artist, he's a singer, he's an MC, he's an actor. He dances well, he's a father, he just does amazing things for himself, and he's said to be worth about $100,000 US, which is good enough, if you ask me. Right? Moving on from Woli Agba, I've gone to my top 3 now. Top 3 earners in the Instagram comedy space. Number 3 is the daddy himself, Emmanuel Obonna, that you know as Baba Ade. Crazy clown. Now, all the way from Turkey, was a student then when he started making Instagram skits, and he was posting relatable African content as Baba Ade. And he was the one who started the old legendary slap, the slap that amazingly deafens you, that you, the viewer, will feel it. Because the way he used to slap Ade, which was the height of all of his comedy skits then, he is said and estimated to be worth about $110,000 US. He's now a father to a beautiful girl that he gushes over on the internet. And I feel like himself, Chief Obi that was in the US then, African Ape, and all of those people were the earliest comedy skits, Instagram comedy skit makers that we had, and they deserve the position that they are currently occupying in that space now. They're like the pioneer and they're getting their onion. So Crazy Clown deserves to be on this list. He deserves to be making as much money as he's making off Instagram, off YouTube, off social media space as he's making her, because he worked for it and he earned that spot. Now let's move on to the top 2 on my list. Number 2 is Nosa Afolabi, Nigeria's best ranter, the number 1 ranter on the internet now. Hello, are you with me? I'm talking about none other than Lasisi Elenu. He came into limelight thanks to Snapchat filter and his need or his desire to be anonymous. So started using that Snapchat filter to rant on social media. But as his fame grew, as his prominence grew in the industry, of course, he could no longer hide his face. And I feel like that is one of the best decisions he would make for himself, coming out and taking himself off anonymity. Because he's not just an Instagram skit maker now. He's an actor, a very fine one at that. He has even landed major lead roles in the industry, lead role projects, Mr. Raz Guy, among others in the industry. He's an MC, he's a brand ambassador for different brands, he's a social media influencer. At a point, Lasisi Elenu charges up to 500,000 naira to post on his Instagram page. That is making money off Instagram. What am I doing with my life, dear God? Lasisi Elenu is doing wonderfully well for himself. He's one of Nigeria's top ranters, not even one of, he's Nigeria's best ranter, and because of the way he actually depicts some other characters in his comedy skits that usually have a message attached to it. He's said to be worth over $130,000 US. As he should. As he should. Hello everybody, something happened right now, because at this moment I have entered the top 1. At this moment, I am talking about the toppest earner in the industry. I know I said toppest, yes. In the comedy skits, comedy making, the skits making comedy Instagram. How do you even call that their line of work? I know they are skit makers, but they are Instagram skit makers. But most of them they've grown out of being Instagram skit makers to being actors. Some of them have even had their own stand-up comedy shows and have sold out event centers. Right? So they are almost full-blown comedians now. They are doing wonderfully well for themselves. But for me, the first person, or not just me, estimated top earner in the skits making space is Samuel Perry. Number 1, Agbero, Nigeria's finest lover boy, Agbero. He came into limelight and got well known because of the way he depicts the popular roadside street tout talk, popularly called Agbero in Nigeria. And hello, how are you? He just popularized that slang for us and he's making waves now. He's doing very well for himself. Most people are like, how is this boy's name Samuel Perry? Why are you bearing such name? How is that what the name to you? Why are you now a non-cloth wearing, hand-wielding man in the industry? But then he's making his money because not just is he an actor or a skit maker, he's now an actor, he's an MC, he's a producer, he's a creative director. He's doing so much more, many things for himself, and he is worthy to be on that space. Now, if I tell you his net worth, the way he beats the second person, hands down, literally, Samuel Perry is estimated to be worth about $250,000 US. Tell me this is not paying off. So tomorrow, if you see me on Instagram making skits, please support my career, because I found a new career choice. For me to be worth, to have as much as that as my worth. And then Samuel Perry does not live too extravagantly compared to some Instagram skit makers that you see online. I feel like he's more business oriented, which is why his businesses is growing, his comedy. He has if he's not entered 1 million subscribers on YouTube now, because he's close to 970,000 something subscribers and over 4 million followers on Instagram. So you can tell me that he's doing well for himself, because social media is where they sell their markets, and he has that much followership. He's doing very well for himself. Anyways, there you have it, the top 10 earners in the Nigerian comedy skits making space. Let me know what you think is your favorite on this list. If it's not, if she's not, pray for them to do well and to be fed more so that they'll be on this list the next time I'm going to be collecting something like this. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye for now.